Hello, so today I will be talking to you about two philosophers, Plato and Epictetus. The first philosopher I would like to talk about is Plato. Plato believed that there are many forms and levels to objects, with the highest form being the most pure and true. He believed that our bodies keep us from experiencing the truest form of knowledge because of our natural necessities such as eating and using the bathroom. He believed that when our physical bodies die, we will be taken to a new plane of knowledge and enlightenment, one where we can discover these truths. This can be seen using the allegory of the cave. In the allegory there are prisoners who are chained in a way where they can only see the shadows of the objects on the wall. The shadow would be the likeness of the object, a form that is far from what the object truly is. If the prisoner saw the object in the physical form, he would be confused and then embrace it. If he were to leave the cave and then see more of the object in its variety, he would gather observations that he would use to classify the object. This is the essence of the object. But there is another form, a form that Plato says the prisoner cannot reach until he rids himself of his earthly body. This is the purest form of the object. This is its truth. This brings me to Epictetus. Epictetus was a Stoic who believed that the way to living the good life was through finding your purpose and doing it as best you can. He discovered that the only faculty that can contemplate itself and all others is the rational faculty. Epictetus concluded that the only thing that we can control is our emotions, and this is both freeing and constricting. While we cannot control other people's actions and how they react to us, we can control how we react to them. He states there is always a choice we can make. Regardless of our emotions, what is done, so why attach ourselves to burden and stress that comes with sadness? When we can simply have no emotion towards that action and be happy. By his logic, it is possible to be imprisoned and still be very much happy and feel free. The rational function is important because it is our thinking process. It tells us what we think is right and why we think it's right. It is how we distinguish between different things and how we interact with them. Plato's idea of the multiple forms is still mirrored in many places, one of which is the Christian church and the idea of heaven and an eternal paradise. No one knows for sure if there is a God and if there is an afterlife. The only way to know for sure is to die and experience it for yourself. Both Plato and Epictetus recognize that there are forces out of their control, and the only thing they can control is how they respond to them. Plato's being the multiple forms, and Epictetus being his emotions and actions. Plato knew that he could not reach the higher form of knowledge without his physical body dying, and he accepted that. Epictetus understood that he could not control other people's actions and emotions, and he accepted that. They both came to this realization and decided to continue in the journeys and in their works. Where they clash is their pursuits and their projects. Plato believed that when you die you can search for the truth on a purer form. He spent his life searching for the truth. Epictetus was Stoic and believed that Zeus was in everything, so he didn't seek the truth in the same sense as Plato. Plato was in the pursuit of knowledge and better understanding. Epictetus was not. Instead, he sought the good life in which he could perfectly regulate his emotions and fulfill his purpose. Epictetus' goal was to use the correct emotions at the correct time,